All right, what is up, everybody? We are back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, we're going to be talking about day 2 of Vegas Summer League. A lot of teams we haven't seen play yet came out. We're going to talk about some of the standouts from yesterday's day 2 of Summer League. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, liking, turn on notifications, doing all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. Link to my Twitter and all that stuff down in the description below. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So going game by game, looking at players, something that stood out to me. Started with Grizzlies Celtics, and Jordan Walsh, third-year player out of Arkansas, stood out a little bit for the Celtics, finished with 17 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, shot 50% from the field, hit 3 3-pointers. And just thinking like he might get a shot next season with the Celtics, with Tatum being injured and the Celtics maybe taking a step back next season. Jordan Walsh, who has been sitting on the bench basically his first 2 years, really could get a spot next year in the rotation. I mean, we know about his defense. That's really been his big thing, is his defensive potential. But offensively, he looked comfortable out there. He was handling the ball a lot. He was being able to get to the basket, look really smooth getting to the basket. His jump shot was really confident. So, going into his third season, maybe he's feeling like, you know what, I'm going to take a step up and show that I could be a rotational player for this team. And yeah, he looked really good. Hugo Gonzalez, their first round pick this year, has some decent moments. He was confident in his shot, also getting to the basket. Also has some nice passes as well with 5 assists. For the Grizzlies, nothing really stood out too crazy, but you did have some good games from Gigi Jackson and Cam Spencer hitting a couple shots. But for Boston, it was Jordan Walsh that really stood out, and I was like, dang, like maybe he's gonna get a shot next season. Next, we had Hawks Heat and Kobe Buffkin for the Hawks, also another player going into his third season. 29 points, 6 for 16, got to the free throw line a lot, 15 for 15 from the free throw line. And thinking about him, he was handling the ball a lot of catch and shoot opportunities. Didn't make a lot of them, but I like the shots he was taking. And then being aggressive, getting to the paint, being aggressive, getting to the basket. Using his creativity to get to the rim, get to the free throw line, hit some shots, do all that stuff. And he's also could be a big season for him as well. With the Hawks being really good and a lot of players at his position, Buffkin kind of needs to stand out a little bit to try to see if he can find a home in Atlanta or maybe somewhere else. I don't know. But Buffkin had a really good game. Be able to get to the rim, get to the basket. That's what his big traits were coming out of Michigan. And he has really got a lot of opportunity in his first 2 seasons. So we'll see what happens in year 3. But he had a good game. On the other side for Miami, Kasparas Jonas, their first round pick, fell a little bit to them at 20. Had a really good game with 24, 4 and 4, 7 for 12, at 5 3-pointers. Miami played in the California Classic, and he struggled a lot in the California Classic. But it's good to see his first game in Vegas. He looked a lot more comfortable with the ball in his hands, playing off the ball a little bit as well, taking some catch and shoot 3-pointers that he was knocking down. Yeah, just look a lot more confident and a lot more like ready for the moment in this game. And yeah, I mean, he's a good player. I mean, projected potentially top 10-ish pick that fell to him at 20, with his ability to step back 3, be able to make the right plays. And he was doing that yesterday. So it's really good to see him kind of step up and look the part, after struggling a lot in his first couple games back in California. But we'll see what Jaco Jonas looks like this season. But I liked a lot of the catch and shoot opportunity, especially late in the shot clock. He had a lot of opportunities to catch and shoot, and he hit 1 step back 3 in this game, and playing a lot more off ball than expected, but he was doing really good at it. Next was Pistons and Knicks, and Ron Holland had a really good game. 28 and 11, 3 steals, shot 8 for 12, hit 4 3-pointers, got to the free throw line a lot, 8 for 13 there. Just an amazing game from him. And this is what kind of second-year players that got opportunities in their first year, this is what second-year players are supposed to look like. He looked like the best player on the court. I mean, his energy was everywhere. His activity, his athleticism was really on display, really everywhere. Being able to get to the basket, attack the rim a lot. He was rebounding the ball, really active on the defensive end. And then the 3-point shot. Had a lot of catch and shoot opportunities, even a couple off the dribble opportunities. He was knocking down, looked very confident in the jump shot. And don't forget, Ron Holland was a top 5 pick last year. He was projected before his season at the G League Ignite, was projected to potentially be like a number 1 overall pick. So Ron Holland has a lot of talent. And last year he was a rotational player for them, showed some stuff. And now this year, he's trying to show hey, I got a lot more to me. Not just being an energy guy, but I can hoop as well. I can get to the basket. There's a lot of times where he was kind of like the ball handler and setting up offense for the team. So he's just showing a lot of what potentially could be for Detroit. He won't be in that position to run the offense a lot because you have Kate Cunningham over there. But it's nice to see that he's improving, and this is what second year players are supposed to kind of look like in summer league, where it's like, yeah, these guys might be too good for it. So yeah, he had a really good game. Next was Hornets Jazz. This was actually a really fun game to watch. Starting from Utah's side, first of all, Kyle Filipowski had the best game, well, the high scoring game of summer league so far. 32 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, shot 12 for 17. He was really good. And again, a second year player, this is kind of what they're supposed to look like, especially all the opportunity he got late in the year last season where he showed some flashes. He had a really good game. He was be able to, be in the right spot at the right time. I feel like Isaiah Collier and the guys in Utah were finding him a lot on cuts, and yeah, he's making great cuts and just being in the right place at the right time for one. The 3-point shot looked confident. He was shooting the three ball very, very well. And then his ability to put the ball on the floor. Like, there's a lot of times he was putting the ball on the floor and getting to the cup and getting easy layups at the rim. Like, he just looked in control the entire game. Filipowski did. And he's an interesting prospect. I mean, a big 7-footer that can, do a lot of things offensively, shoot the ball, put the ball on the floor, can go get a bucket. Like, he looked very good out there last night. I'm very excited to see how well he fits in with Utah in the regular season and what is he going to be for this team? Can he be like one of the pieces of the future for Utah? But he had an amazing game. But Utah in general as well. Walter Clayton hit 4 threes at 21 points. He looked like he was back at Florida, just shooting the shots, hitting them, coming off, different screens and send people up. He was really good. Cody Williams throw some flashes with 21 points. Isaiah Collier had 16, 6, and 9. So Utah got some good things going over there. That summer league was really fun to watch. On the other side for Charlotte, Liam McNeely, the 29th overall pick in the draft. He was a potential lottery pick that fell a lot. But yeah, 22, 12, and 6. 3 3-pointers. He looked very comfortable out there as well. His 3-point shot was falling. Obviously, there's a lot of times he was getting the rebound and going. He had 5 offensive rebounds as well. He was really attacking the glass and kicking out for some open shots. There's a lot of times he would get the defensive rebound, coming down the court and finding people for easy threes, easy lob attempts. Like, he just was really in control of the game as well. And he's just looks like a smart, high IQ basketball player. That's what Charlotte really needs. And he was doing it. You also saw some flashes from Tejan Salon, their lottery pick from last year, who had 20 points and 7 rebounds and took some confident shots. KJ Simpson had some good moments with 21 points. This was a really fun game to watch. There's a lot of things on both sides that you look at and you're like, dang, I like this. Unfortunately, Con Kneppel didn't have a great game. Only 5 points. Shot 1 for 8. Tough shooting night for him, but I predict he's going to bounce back in the next couple games and be way better. Bulls and Raptors was next. This was an absolute blowout for the Raptors. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Colin Murray Boyles play, but we did see Elijah Martin, who was at the championship winning Florida team last year as a starter, and he had a really good game. 16, 5, and 5, had a nasty poster. He's a plus 36 in this game, hit a couple 3-pointers, and just looked really good out there. I mean, it looked like he was connecting pieces, doing a little bit of everything, handling the ball, making passes, being in the right spot at the right time, just doing a lot of different things. And with him, being on a lot of good teams in college and winning, there's a chance for him in the league somewhere, as being just like a high energy, athletic wing that could just, be in the right spots at the right time. I think that was really nice to see from him. He also had AJ Lawson drop 22 points. On the other side for the Bulls, not really much going on. Noah Senge didn't have a great game. He was a negative 32 with more turnovers than points. But again, first game of Summer League. So it's not really, too much you can't really look at it too much, Next was Wizards Suns. You got a lot of moments in this game. For the Wizards, you got Trey Johnson, their lottery pick this year. Put on a show with 18 points, 7 for 13, 3 3-pointers. He had that nice move where he threw it off Kamal Malawach's legs for the layup. He was really good out there. I really like what I saw from Trey Johnson. Just not being afraid to shoot the ball, getting to the right spots, hitting some tough shots, hitting catch and shoot threes, making some decent passes, and just saw a lot of the potential from Trey. Like, I really like the pick. I really think he's going to be a good player in this league. And you saw a lot of flashes of him being like, oh, shoot, like, he could contribute here. He could be a bucket getter early on. He could have a really fun rookie season. But Keyshawn George was kind of the main story in terms of scoring. 24, 7, and 3. 3 steals, hit 3 3-pointers as well. The confidence that he showed. I liked his confidence in his rookie year where he was just shooting a lot of shots and not being afraid to, take the shots. And he did it last night as well, yesterday as well. I mean, it was a lot of 3-pointers, a lot of putting the ball on the floor and getting to the rim. Just really nice flashes from him as well. Alex Sarr has some decent moments. Fortunately, Bub Carrington had a tough shooting night. But yeah, the Wizards, this is a really fun roster. I'm looking at the roster right now for the Wizards. This is a really fun Summer League roster. And I'm expecting to see a lot of good performances from some of these guys. But Trey Johnson really put on a show. For the Phoenix side, on the other end, Kamal Malawatch, we saw him 14 and 5, 2 blocks. He took 6 threes in this game, which is really like, wow, okay, just shooting the ball out there. But I mean, there's a lot of times where he was just like they're giving the ball to work offensively, and that's just not who he is. But again, it's summer league, so you let him go out there and do what he needs to do. But what he's good at is lob threat, blocking shots, and he did that well. The other stuff on offense is more of just like a plus if it happens. But Malawach had a solid game. You also has Kobe Brea, their second round pick from Kentucky. Hit 4 3-pointers at 19 points. He was very good, and he looks like he could be a potential really good pick in the second round. Ryan Dunn has some good moments. Also, Radar played solid. So, yeah, you got a lot of things on both sides. A lot of players on both sides that you look at, you see, and you're like, dang, like they have really good games. Even like Boogie Ellis for the Suns came out, hit 4 3-pointers. So it was a fun game to watch if you want to see a lot of young players go out and just hoop. That could be like actual players on their teams next season. Clippers Rockets was next. For the Rockets, you had Reed Shepherd pop off 28, 8 and 4, 4 steals, 3 blocks, 10 for 25, 6 threes, doing it all out there. I mean, last year he dominated Summer League, and going into his second year, he just did it even more. A lot of confidence. Like he had some like heat check moments from 3. Just feel like he was getting to a lot of the right spots, making the right passes, rebounding the ball. Defensively, he was all over the place. Just looked too good for Summer League. Like looked too good for Summer League where at some point they're gonna shut him down because he was hooping out there really. And I'm really excited to see if he gets actual minutes next season. I mean, last year's rookie year didn't really get a lot of shine or opportunity with the Rockets were a lot better than expected. But this year now looks like he potentially could get some minutes at the backup point guard spot. And I think he's just a really good basketball player, high IQ guy, like just knows when to shoot the ball, makes good plays. Is never going to be really like a too much of a negative out there on the court. So I'm really hoping that he gets some minutes next year because I think he could be a really good player in this league. But yeah, you saw him just absolutely dominate. You also saw Kennedy Chandler come out and drop 22 off the bench for the Clippers side. Yeah, Jordan Miller with 23 and 11. I really like Jordan Miller. I think he's a really good player that does a lot of different things on the court. I like him at Miami. So he had a good game. Camp Christie as well, got 21 points. Maybe he can get some shine next year. You saw Yannick Conan Niederhauser, their first round pick, had 10 rebounds and 4 blocks. So you saw some good things on both sides in this game, but Reed Shepherd was really the story. Final game we had was Blazers Warriors. This was another blowout, but for Portland, you saw Han Sun Yang for the first time. He was like the surprise pick of the first round, and everyone wanted to see kind of how he was going to play. And he had some fun moments 10, 4 and 5, 3 blocks and a steal, hit a 3-pointer. He was really fun. He's a really fun player. A big 7-footer with some amazing passing ability, can kind of be like an offensive hub at some points, and he made some really nice passes, some really nice dimes to cutters on the top of the key and even on the fast break and stuff. Got a couple blocks, has some solid defensive moments, and offensively, be able to go get his own shots sometimes, like hit a 3-pointer. Like he's very fun. He's definitely a development and a project type of pick, but I mean, it's nice to see that he can have some fun moments and make people look like, oh, shoot, maybe they weren't crazy for picking him at 16. You also saw Ryan Rupert, gave you 23 and 9. Caleb Love came out at 18. He was signed to a 2A like immediately right after the draft. So maybe Caleb Love's got a spot somewhere in Portland. But Han Sun Young is really a story if everyone wanted to see like how he's going to do. And he did pretty well. It's really nice. It was just really cool to see him out there and you're like, oh, shoot, this dude's got some game. But yeah, it's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, liking, turn on notifications, doing all stuff like that. I really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.